Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. Hi, my name's Ken. I'm here at the Stamps of Life in Southern California, the Orange County area. Welcome. I hope all of you are having a fantastic Tuesday. I hope your Tuesday is off to a great start. Looking forward to spending the next hour or so with you. We are here at the Stamps of Life for Take Two Tuesday, and we will go back in time here and take a look at some items from the Stamps of Life they're about 4 years old. We're going back to 2020, and it'll kind of be a special fold it day today. We'll be looking at some fold it, some card samples. What else? We'll have our good news, good news segment towards the end. If you have your Bible, we'll be in Exodus 20, and we'll be looking at the Sabbath. I think it's verse 8 on. So we'll be checking that out. So yeah, we're looking forward to having a good time. So if you have a Bible or a phone with an app or iPad or something like that, go ahead and get that ready. That will be later on. Should be a fun time. We'll have some interesting things to talk about. And in the meantime, let's get rolling here. I see Jeffrey is on Facebook. Jeffrey, you're the only one there on Facebook. Is there anybody else with us on Facebook today? And I see our YouTube crowd is growing, so that is good. Welcome everybody, Shelby and Ellen and Gloria, Marianne. Welcome all of you. Who else is there? Glenda. Awesome to have you guys all here. Okay, let's see what we have. Some news. Well, I did get a nice card from Father's Day card from Michelle up in Oregon. So I wanted to let you know, Michelle, I got that card and I read that message. It's very nice. So thank you so much. And I hope you and your husband are doing well there. I'll be praying for you guys. And so thank you for the card. Every once in a while we get these little treats sent to us, which is always nice to hear from all of you. I know Stephanie gets lots of cards, and so she's always appreciative of that. It's nice to hear from all of you, and to see the fun cards that you guys make is really exciting as well. Let's see what else is new this week. This week we have, tomorrow's Juneteenth, right? That's all right if you celebrate that, so that's something exciting. We've got that coming up. Thursday is the first day of summer. So yeah, and I know it's getting hot out there, right? We might hit the low 80s here in Southern California this weekend. So that is possible. We are not as hot as the rest of you guys are out there yet. So I know in the rest of the country is cooking. I think I heard like New York's going to be up in the hundreds or something this weekend. So that is very, very hot. So I hope all of you figure out a way to stay cool, but summer is officially here. You might already feel like it's here, but it's going to get hotter, I think, the next few days. But welcome summer. And then on tomorrow night and on the 20th, we have a new release on the Stamps of Life website. So there will be new items for you to check out. I know one of the things that is going to be on the website is the lavish flower, long stem flower, something like that, stencil. That's going to be on the website. And that kind of coordinates with the club sets this week. So it's not in the video. We didn't even have it when we made the video, but you will be able to see that. That is on the website. Let's see if anybody else jumped in on Facebook. Yep, Francis is there. Great. Welcome, Francis. And Janet, nice to hear from all of you. So on the 19th, 20th, we'll have the flash sale going. You want to check that out. On the 20th, in the evening, we also have Stephanie's Crafting Corner. That should be a fun time. Stephanie's been doing lots of sneak peeks, so make sure you check that out. And I imagine she will be demoing something from that release. Oh, and I know that in this video that comes out, this upcoming 19th, 20th, that Stephanie does show you how to make one of the dies in that video. So you'll want to watch that. It's super easy. Once she shows you, you'll really like it a lot. Now, what else do we have? Oh, the new card kit is out. We shipped these yesterday, right here from Southern California. We got them all. Katie came in and helped out. Maria's on vacation. So Katie came in bright and early. She got here like 5:30. And we just cranked out the labels, got those all labeled and set, packed up, big truck came by, took them away. Hopefully you got a shipping notification. They are on the way to you. If you want to get in the club, this month is getting low. We did end up having enough last month for the full month, but this month is a little bit lower on the quantities available. So if you think you want to get in the club, do it soon. Okay, I do recommend that. You're going to get the this kit is called Enjoy the Moment, so you're going to get that fun paper pad. This all coordinates with the club set, so if you're already a diehard or stamp club member, these are going to work really, really well. What else do we have in here? Oh, you get this nice A1 oval crisscross die set. That's included in the kit, so you get a nice card base, super fun. You get your idea card, and then there's cardstock embellishments, all this extra kind of fun stuff here. And these epoxy stickers are fun. So make sure you get those. Get signed up. If you're not, if you are a club member, it's on its way to you. Look forward to that. And I think that is about it for, oh my, let's see. No, oh, is anybody going anywhere for summer? I was going to ask you guys, do you have any big summer vacation plans? Anybody going anywhere exciting this summer? Later on, towards the end of July, we're going to take a little family vacation. So that we're looking forward to that. Stephanie's parents and I think her brother and sister-in-law and a couple of our nephews will all be going out for a fun time together. So we're looking forward to that. What are you guys up to this summer? Anybody got an exciting trip planned? Yep, so we'll be gone for about a week. That will be at the end of July. Let's see. We're moving on. I talked about the, next Tuesday, there is one more thing. If you signed up for the Tons of Fun class, hey, Mary Ann's going to Greece. Wow, that will be fun. Hi, Carol. Thanks, Stampin' Kitty. All the clubs are great. That's nice of you, Diamond. Grindelia, hi. How are you? So the class is next Tuesday night. That's the Tons of Fun class. That will be live. If you can join us, great. That will be so much fun. I hope you can join us live. If you can't make the live version, that's okay. We tape it. And even if you just want to watch live and not participate, like not make any of the cards or anything, you can just watch. It's taped, and you can go back and you can watch it at a later time. Obviously, we've got some people going to Colorado and Mexico and Michigan and Minnesota. Oh, Antoinette just came back from Minnesota. So, yep, everybody's kind of traveling. Hi, Polly. So, Tuesday night, save the date. If you haven't ordered your class yet, I know the card stock packs did sell out, but let me see on the website if I think the class is still available. So, let me check. I've made a couple adjustments here. I made my, when we go to the computer to check out the website, I figured out how to, I should have done this a long time ago, how to make all the images larger and stuff. So I was able to do that. So when we go to look at the card samples on the website, it'll look a little better today. Yeah, the Tons of Fun class is still available. And if you're in the club, you get your club discount on that, all that stuff. All right. So there is still time to sign up. It might make it in time for the class. It might not. That's a week away. So it's possible it can make it in time for you, but no guarantee on that because we are just a week away. But we'll be looking forward to that. Again, like I said, the class is saved. You can watch it 100 times later if you want. You can keep going over it. Maybe there's some ideas you need a little more time to help figure out how that works. You get to rewatch it. So I hope you join us live, but know that it's also taped. All right, we are going to get started. Again, this is a special kind of fold it time. So our first fold it is going to be this. This is, let me get my little slide up here. This is the Puppy A2 Fold It die set. And again, now here at the Stamps Life, why do we do Take Two Tuesday? Because we're going back in the past and looking at some items that some of you already have. So this is a refresher for you to remind you to break out the stash that you already have and use it, because maybe you just have forgotten about it, but if you just remember that you have it again, you can get it out and use it. So for you who already have it, this is a refresher. And for you who are new to the Stamps of Life, maybe, I'm getting some little fuzzies there in my camera, oh, there it goes, it cleared up. Sorry about that, I was getting all sparkly and stuff there for a minute. This camera does all kinds of weird things. It's my newest phone. My old phone seems to work better with this app than my new phone, so I can't quite make sense of that. But this is the A2 Puppy Fold It. And again, some of you may have it. If you're new to the Stamps of Life, this came out in June of 2020. Let's take a look at it on the website. I should have this drawn up. Let me close that. And here we go. I'm going to switch over to the website. There we are. All right. So you see you get this nice, this makes an A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And it has, what does it have in it? How many dies does it say? I think I'm counting 1, 2, 3 dies come in this set. And with it, you're going to be able to make the nice A2 Fold It. Let's take a look at some of these samples. And I figured out how to use that magnifying glass last episode. So that was good. That's the dies you get right there. You're going to get the outside die, which makes the Fold It, and then this decorative piece here on the inside so you can piece together your puppy. We'll take a look at this just a minute. I'll run it through the machine and give you a couple different ideas of what we can do with this one. Remember, with the Fold Its, you can make a plain Fold It card. You can add it to a scrapbook page as just a card front. You could make a box card with this. You can make a banner. Lots of different options. I think there's like 4 or 5 different ways that you can, you can just set it on a card front. So super easy. And these fun ideas. Yeah. So, and I have some samples here to show you. I think I have a lot of these samples that I'll show you here over on my other camera in just a second. So you get quite a bit. There's an example of it on a scrapbook page on a layout. And you can use pattern paper like that. There it is in a box card die set. That's not a box it, but a box card. And there's the dies that you get. All right. And my question for you, seeing how let me switch back over to me. Are you more of a puppy person or are you a kitten person? If you had to pick one, I think they're both cute when they're small. Puppies and kittens are fun when they're small. What would you rather have, a puppy or a kitten? What would be your pick? That is my question, my first question for you today. Are you more of a puppy person or are you a kitten person? And again, I like them both when they're little. When they get a little bit bigger, I think I would rather have the dog. I think. And the only reason is the cats that we've had in the past, they all, Jeffrey says kitten. The cats we've had in the past always want to stay up at night, and I want to sleep at night, and my sleep's pretty important. So I don't want the cats waking me up. And for some reason, our cats always wanted to be up at night. And so I didn't appreciate that much. What can I say? The dogs, like when we had Lemon come over a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago, she would just, once it was nighttime, she would just snooze and be out. It was great. So I am more of a puppy person, just mainly because of that, just for sleep. All right, let's take a look at these cool samples I have. Again, this is from June of 2020. We'll go through a few of these. I'll switch over to my little desk where I can show you the card samples I have. I think I can stay on here. There we go. All right, this is a little combination. You have the Puppy Fold It along with a party hat. Now the party hat is also a full, whoops, we got a pumpkin coming out there. I don't know where that came from. Let's see, maybe I can turn that down just a little bit. Hang on, I'll scoot back a little. There we go. So you have the, this is the party hat Fold It along with the Puppy Fold It. Now the puppy was made as a Fold It. In this card, the party hat is just regular. That's still a little bit off, sorry you guys. This is one of the things where the lines, if they're not straight, it really kind of bothers me. So bear with me. All right, that was our first sample. We got this fun one. This is the way you can kind of piece together and get some different colors. So you're just going to have to run the inside die through on a white sheet, on a ginger snap, on a brown to get the different colors. And I'll show you how we'll do it. This is the dies. We're going to use those. And let's see. There's a fun puppy there. And this is, again, this folded shape. All these are foldeds, I think. I don't have any box card samples to show you. There's some pattern paper used on that one, on some of the pieces. That's a fun idea. And here, like, is something you might not have thought of yourself, but you can add some of the dies that you already have, or stamps. So that's probably one of the fences from one of our stamp and die sets, along with flowers that you can add, decorate it a little extra. This one has a cute bow on it, hot dog it says, and happy birthday on the inside. And then our last one, here's like some balloons. This might have been some embellishments that we had sent out, and happy birthday on the front. So there you have those ideas. Very cool. All right, we're gonna jump over to our, let me get those out of the way. We'll jump over to the table here. I'm going to go ahead and, with this die, I'll cut out just like the main card front. I won't do the folded part, but just to show you how we can get the front, and then we can get the pieces from this die as well. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to my workstation here. Hopefully I will get the mics all right today and we won't have any echo. That's my goal. Here we go. And I think you can hear me. Whoop, we don't want that one. That is not my table. There we go. All right, we are moving over here. I'm gonna turn that one down one. And I have my main die set to cut out the outside of the puppy. And we're just gonna choose, I have kind of like a chocolate color sheet here. We'll cut the card front out with that. Well, let's see. I want to make sure that's going to work out good. Yeah, because I'm going to run it through with a couple different colors. I think that will work out. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so first, now if I was going to do a fold it, I would be looking for the little mark where it says fold on this side, or you can also do it on this side. So you have two different options. You'd fold this sheet in half, and you would run this through with just the edge going just over the edge of your fold. So that would give you your base, but we're just going to do the front today just to kind of speed things up. And let me get this ready. All right, so if you are new to the Stamps of Life, we are happy to have you here. We do this Take Two Tuesday every episode. My name's Ken. I am one of the owners here at the Stamps of Life, along with my wife. She's our designer and master card maker and the real talent around here, Stephanie. She does all the fun stuff. You can catch her on Mondays for No Makeup Monday, and also on Thursdays, like we talked about before, for Stephanie's Crafting Corner. And we just do all kinds of fun different videos, but here we are just taking a look at some dies from the past, giving you some ideas, showing you how easy they are to use. That's the main thing. If someone like me can make one of these cards, then I know all of you guys can do it, right? That is the key, to show you how easy this is to do. So that would be my base, say the base of my puppy, my 8. Again, this is A2 size, but he's pretty boring, right? You got to decorate him up a little bit. So we're going to run some other colors through. We'll do a couple of different colors and see what kind of pieces we can get. And this will get us a good start, a good foundation for making the front of our card. All right, so now I'm going to switch over dies. We're going to switch to this one here. And this will give us all the pieces. So you can see how I'll show you when we run it through. All these little pieces are going to come out separate. And then we can piece together our little dog. All right, so let's start with, we're going to do a white cut here first. And we'll run it through there. Let's flip it over because it looks like I got that side a little bit dirty. Let's try that. I have all this I have a pile of cardstock by my feet. And it's kind of like my scratch my scratch pile of cardstock, so I can just come in here and use it for all this kind of stuff. Let's see what happened there. There we go. And it gets under my feet every once in a while, and we get a nice footprint on it. So I don't know what your crafting room looks like where you make your cards, but here in my little, the Take Two Tuesday studio, I guess we'll call this, the cardstock is on the floor, and sometimes it gets stomped on. Wah, wah, wah. It shouldn't be that way, but you know, just for the sake of keeping everything close and so we can keep moving, that's how it is. All right, so here you can see we've got a lot of these pieces that, whoops, I don't want to drop that. So we got like the insides, we've got some ears, different pieces that you can kind of put together. So just for fun, we'll start adding. There's the center of our little guy. And let's pick another color. We will cut out some, and I could save all these pieces and use them a different time. I can make a whole bunch of cards just like this, and I could paper piece these to another. So those are options. You know, when you run it through once, all these little extra pieces, you can use them again. Now you see on my die cut, some of the pieces did stick in there, so I'll have to get a little pokey tool to pop them out, because the next time I run another color through, I want to make sure that it works properly. So let me get some of those out, and they should just pop out real easy there. I've got my little paper piercer here, and it should knock those out real fast. And that would give me more pieces that I could use on my other cards if I want. Drop that out of the way. Let's grab another color. Now we're going to switch over to like a black, a licorice here. So I've got that piece of cardstock, and I see this is just old pieces of scrap paper. I used this before when we made the teddy bear. Well, now I have a chance to use the other end. If I'm really careful, I could get a couple cuts out of this likely. But here we go. We'll add this onto there. Done with the white, and we're going to run this through. Again, this is this color, if you're wondering, is probably licorice. Looks pretty dark. I don't think it's the midnight. Yeah, it's definitely licorice. So let's run that through. And we'll come back this way. That way I don't have to reach over the table and all that stuff. But some of the time it's nice to run the dies through twice just to make sure you did cut them. But about 99% of the time these dies cut just right. The first time maybe you have an intricate die and maybe it needs to go through twice. But here we have all these pieces. Look at that. So it's cut out all these different in the licorice color, the black. So this time I'm going to take the ears, and I'm just going to give him a couple little black ears. And we're going to add ears to him. And let's do one more color just for fun, and then we'll move on. So I'm going to save those extra pieces over there. And let's see how, not as many stuck in there this time. So I'll get my paper piercer again. And that should all, whoops, I got one still in there. Okay, got them all. One more color. Let's see. Let's do a lighter color. What did I do with all my colors here? I had one more kind of a beigeish one. That one will work. So here we go. This is kind of like a maybe twig. This could be twig, I think, because I'm pretty sure this is chocolate. So I'm saying this is a twig. There is still a little bit of space that I can use this cardstock maybe sometime in the future for something small. All right, one more time. So we're putting together our little puppy. We did see a puppy run down our street the other day, a Siberian Husky, which was a cute little guy, and he was friendly. We have lots of dogs in our neighborhood, which is kind of fun. We do miss our Cookie, and we think about her often, but it's always fun to see the neighborhood dogs. Most of them are kind of fun. All right, so here we go. This is with our twig. And you can see the different colors that we have come out with here. So we're going to give him a little tail that has the twig color. And this is just ideas. You don't have to make these exact colors, but just to show you how to piece them together. And let's see, we're going to give him a little brown on the side. And why not make his little tummy there small too, brown, the twig color as well. There you go. So that's how you piece them together. You'd add your adhesive, and then again, you have all these extras. Remember, each time I ran it through, I ended up with extra pieces. So over here, I've got a bunch of extra items for the dog. I can make 2 or 3 cards out of this, at least, out of the scraps that I have here. So you can get lots of different styles. That is our A2 puppy. See if I can hold it all together without it being adhered down. And kind of give you an idea. Very nice, very easy. And when you have a nice color underneath, you already have the nice eyes and the mouth. Of course, you could switch that up and add some different colors if you like. All right, I hope you liked that. That was fun. Let me switch back over to my main camera here. Give me 1 second. And I think it's still working great. So far, oh, I did forget to hit record on that, but YouTube records this for me. Give me 1 second. All right, I should have that mic set over, and there I am. A2 puppy folded. Fun, right? Fun, fun, fun. Let's see. Okay, so that's from June of 2020. Let's see, we're going to move on to our next item. And this is our, let's see, what do we have here? Oh, kind of getting those out of order. This is the oh, I see I am starting to have some issues on my stream. So I might cut out. If I have to stop, if you're on Facebook, you'll have to relog back in to find me. But if it drops out on YouTube, just stay here. I will turn everything off and restart it. Hopefully it will kick back up. So hang in there, okay? If it's getting a little slow, I might have to shut down for a minute, but stay here on YouTube. I'll pop back up in a couple minutes. If you're on Facebook, you'll have to log back in to find the start of a new video. So it looks like it's going that way. This is one of those things that I can't control. It's kind of out of my jurisdiction, or whatever you want to say. So it has this little counter over here that it starts at 0, and when you're at 0, everything's good, but as the number starts to go up, that means your stream is not as good. Once it gets to 100%, it goes to full, and that means none of this stream is going out. So hang in there, let's see what happens. But this is the Acorn folded die set, and it's from Stamps of Life. Let me find the logo for that. Whoops. I just dropped my card sample, so hang on 1 second. Hopefully that's going to reset itself and we can continue on without stopping. It's kind of freezing right now, so we'll see what happens. Sorry about this. Let's see if you guys can you still see me on YouTube right now? I hope. We're up to 74%. Again, 100% is really bad, but even when we start getting up into these 70s, it's not good. So now it's 75. All right. So Acorn folded. Again, this will make an A2 size card. It is from September of 2020. And I did find out some information about acorns. Do you know what kind of tree an acorn comes from? Does anybody know? Acorns come from an oak tree, and I did not know that. I did not know that at all. And then my next question for you, I hope that you can hear me, is do you have a favorite tree? When I was a kid, well, like my early teens, 10, 12, we had walnut trees at our house, and wow, what a mess they were. Leaves and walnuts everywhere. And these trees grew massive. And I remember raking and sweeping. And we're up to 80%, so hang on. I'm going to go ahead and switch this off. And I am going to... well, let's see. Let's just give it a minute. So your favorite, do you have a favorite tree? Do you have a tree around your house that you like? Anything come to mind when you think of trees? Again, mine was the walnut tree, and my thought was always raking and sweeping It would really go crazy in fall and winter, and by spring they would just go. The leaves would just be super crazy. I think we had, I think just 2 of those trees, but they were everywhere, everywhere, those leaves. So do you have a tree that you like? Again, the acorn comes off the walnut tree, and there are some cool information about acorns. Let me see, I have that information here. Acorns, they're a small seed, so of course if you crack one open, the acorn, usually there's a seed inside of it. You don't eat the outside, the shell, but there's a seed in there. There's usually 1 or 2, and of course that could grow to be another tree. But you can eat that seed. They call it a fruit, actually. And let's see what else. Many people eat it, like it's Native Americans, but they say it can be very, very like bitter. I've never eaten an acorn, so I don't know myself, but I see the information here says that you have to do certain things to it to take away the bitterness, and that wild animals, they seem to be okay eating it, like say deer or birds, those kind of animals. But I also saw like for dogs or cats, or it could make them sick. So I did see that information on the fact sheet. And what else? It does have a lot of vitamins in it. If you, again, it's like you have to boil it, or what are the things it has? It says it has that seed. The acorn has fiber, carbohydrates, vitamins. Okay, we should be back here on YouTube. Guys, if you're on YouTube, hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to get this going back to Facebook again. Give me 1 second. I have to restart it over there, so hang in there. We'll look at our website and some card samples. We'll have some fun with this. Oh, let me see. Okay. There's that one. We're going to go ahead and get a new stream from Facebook, hopefully. Give me 1 minute here. Again, this folded is from, well, that is not working good. Let's see if we can go back. I'm on Facebook. You can do it. All right, there we have the go live button on Facebook. Hopefully we'll get them back going here. Again, this die set is from, what did we say, September or June? Let's see. There we go. Edit that and type in Take 2 Tuesday. We'll call this for you on Facebook part 2. So part 1 will be there, and we're going to save that, and we'll keep this show going. Get more. I don't like this to happen, but I'm getting more comfortable. Like I figure out how to keep things rolling again. So I got to jump around and add some new codes, and it's not that hard, but it just takes a little bit of time. And it usually works good when we get reconnected. All right, Facebook. Let's see if that's working. I'll jump back over there. Yeah. No. Let's see. It says it should be working. What's going on Facebook? Oh, there I am. We just have to find the go live button. Oh, I gotta save that, I think. No, that's good. It's not letting me go live here on Facebook. Why? Okay. Oh, I know. It's very picky about this. You have to have all the details in, or it's not going to work. 1 second. There we go. Okay, Facebook's back up. I know YouTube's going. Hang in there. Keep this going. And so I'm going to move back here on Facebook and find that stream again. See if anybody made it back. YouTube is usually a little bit easier to work with. And Facebook is a little more challenging, and it's not Facebook's fault that the stream stopped working. It's just that I have to go back in and reset it up. Oh, we don't want to hear that.
YouTube is usually a little bit easier.
I have myself speaking again. Oh, where'd we go? That's the live one. Okay, Facebook's going again. Great. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Let's get moving. I'm going to grab the website and we'll fast forward here. Sorry again for the little disruption. Switch my cameras over. Let's check it out on the website. Whoops. Not quite yet. We're going to drop this over here. Where are we? We're looking at the acorn, right? And, okay, that should be on. And then we can switch over. All right, our acorn. You can see here, you get 13 dies in this set. So there are quite a few. You get lots of these little leaves, which is nice. We got fall coming up. It's not, even though this is going to be like the first day of summer coming up, fall is just around the corner, right? So hang in there for that. And you get a bunch of those. It makes the fold it, and you get the decorative leaves. And let's check out some of these samples. There's all the dies you get. Bunch of them there. You get the shadows and the leaves. Here's some ideas. Our squirrel. And some fun ideas there. I think that was our hedgehog. And very fall looking, right? This would be a nice set for fall. There's a winter shape. And some of our squirrels added to that. Some pattern paper for the majority of that card. So lots of different ideas for happy fall. Fun one, right? Okay. Let me show you the card samples I have with me. And again, this is the A2 Fold It from the Stamps of Life back in September 2020. This will make a fold it, just like we talked about on the last dies. You could make a banner with this. You could make a box card with this. Card front, scrapbook page. You could decorate a calendar. Like if you're a teacher and you have a calendar at school, you could decorate a calendar like that. So lots of different things that you can do with that, right? Okay, let's check these out. I think these will all stand up. Oh, it has a little bit of a rounded edge there, so it will you probably have to really prop it out to get it to stand up really nice. Whoops, I'm on the wrong camera, sorry. There we go. I'll run through these. Nope, not that one either. There we go. All right. And I think most of these we did see on the website, but they're fun again to check them out one more time. And again, a lot of this has Stamps of Life items you might already have. Maybe you have some of our pattern paper that is kind of fall themed. Oh, this one is, we got one here that is a little bit connected to the other one. So let's see what's going on. All right. Looks like one of the cards got stuck to another by a glue dot. All right, so there's that one. Hang on one second. And there's with one of our hedgehogs. Nuts, it says. That's cute. Real basic. That's the start. You'd want to decorate and add to that one, right? And with one of our squirrels. That's a nice pairing. Let me see what squirrel that is. Excuse me. Acorn with squirrels to love. We have several different squirrels on our website that might work well with. Now I'm going to show you real quick how to... Oops, keep hitting that wrong one. I'll show you how to do a couple of leaves real quick. And we'll die cut these. And then we will move on to our last fold it today, which is really fun. And I would say one of my favorites. So let's get a couple leaves out of here. And I have kind of some colorful paper, I believe, if I kept it in the right location. What did I do with those pieces? Oh, I know. I have it over here in my basket. So I have some glittery paper here, and we can check this out real quick. See what we can get out of this. Pull these dies out of here. some of the time just getting the dies out of the packaging is almost takes longer than actually die cutting. They really glue them in there. They want them to stay in place. I'll grab a couple larger dies here off of this. So there you see all the dies you'll get. Let me change cameras. Here we are. And I will also change mics. I believe you can hear me good. Good. And so I grab these two off of here. I'll grab one more set just so we can run a couple different through and see what we come up with. I'm going to use those dies with the shadow. Let's see, we'll do I've got this piece of paper from, this piece of cardstock from after we had done the puppy and the bear. I still have some room. We'll do the shadows with this. And then for the leaves, we'll do a couple different fun colors here. Kind of glittery paper to make it stand out a little bit. So this is going to get my shadows here. And you can see if I wanted to use all of this cardstock, I could make a ton of shadows if I just wanted to keep cranking them out here. We'll just do 2 for right now. Oops. I'm knocking over my stuff on my other table. And we'll just run that through that way real quick and shorten things up by just bringing it back. And this will produce our shadows for these leaves. And then we're going to use the inside die and we're going to cut out and put my shadow dies over there. Now for the inside, we're going to use these 2 die sets. We're going to use some kind of glittery paper, something a little exciting and a little more interesting. So let's give this a try. And if I were not wanting to go through this so fast, I might want to take the time to use a little adhesive on this, but these sheets do not have adhesive on the back. I'll just show you how to layer it, but you could add adhesive to it and it'd be real easy, like one of the Stamps of Life adhesive sheets. That would work good. Here, I'm going to switch these around because this one leaf is a little bit larger. And then this one, I will get some green in here and let's see, where is my best option on this one? I think I have a little bit better chance of being able to cut out right there. So I'll try it right there. All right. Try to make sure I keep these together and that they don't move. And if I wanted to not have my dies move, what would I do? I could just put a piece of washi tape on top, right? See how I keep these little extra pieces of washi tape? I have these little extra pieces of washi tape right here. I just keep them right on my machine. So if I do need them, I could just grab one of those. It's ready to go. You can use them several times. All right, let's go ahead and run these through. See what we get. We'll go all the way through this time, right to this edge. And we'll get a couple of the leaves. And then we'll add them to our shadows and see how they look. All right. First one, just did get it. Perfect. There's one. And there's my other die. I'm going to keep these dies together with the shadows. They're over here trying to keep everything together. Well, a couple different options, kind of a green leaf and a gold leaf. So maybe a little bit of a fall look or a spring look. And you can just take these and there's my shadow. You just layer it on. I think it'll go that way. Whoop, no. One needs to go that way. So there's one option. Of course, you could use brown for the background. And maybe I want to layer that one on there. See if I have it the right way. There we go. So a green, kind of a gold. Let's see, what do we have on our cards? Here's just with no shadow. You can go with no shadow if you like. Like on this card, there's no shadows there. And this one is, again, no shadow, just using the solid. So if I wanted to say add this to just go like that, I could simply add that to my card. And you see how the glitter paper, our pearl papers are, what's the other one? Pearl, glitter, and like our foils. They will add a little more interest to the card, right? When you get the sparkles, it's a little fun. and say maybe I wanted to add one more to that, I could also do that as well. So you have the options using it with or without the shadows. You can decorate, make your cards look really fun. Okay, so that is the Acorn Fold It, along with some different ideas that you can do. Let me find myself over here. All right, so I hope you guys like that one. That is from the past. The Stamps of Life Acorn Fold It die set, and I know a lot of you have it. Fall will be here soon, even though we're talking summer. Fall will be here soon. If you have that, you want to use it. If you don't have it, it's on the Stamps of Life website. Okay. Our last. Oh, I missed this one. Here was one more. This is Happy Thanksgiving. So there's an idea. Maybe you're sending out some Thanksgiving invitations, or you just want to say Happy Thanksgiving. There's one more sample that I missed. Using some twine there, and this one does have the shadow being used. So my shadows were black. You could use white, whatever color you want. Okay, the last one we'll look at today is our this is my favorite one of the day. This is our Corgi, the Setting Corgi Fold It. We also have a Standing Corgi. This, let me switch my little title over here. This Corgi is kind of a mystery. I believe it came onto our website in September, or in around spring, maybe February or so of 2020, but I could not locate the information. And this one does not have a gallery. And usually when I go to the gallery, I can find the dates that it was added to the website. So this is kind of a mystery. I think it was in 2020, but don't hold me to it. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know a lot of you bought the Corgis. This was on, I believe, HSN first, and then we added it to the Stamps of Life website. So let's check out what we have over here on the Stamps of Life website. We do have some fun card samples to look at from the website. Let's get that switched over. I do have some fun little Corgi videos and some Corgi facts for you guys too. Here we go. There's our Corgi, and of course it always makes me think of Lemon. But our Lemon, our Corgi, is, we've seen a lot of Corgis lately. And they come in all kinds of different colors. When we get to the facts, I'll show you that. But our Lemon, she is about 2 Corgis of all the ones we've seen. She is chubby. And so all the other Corgis that we've seen, there's different kinds of Corgis. They are all much smaller. So I have a feeling that Lemon, who is staying with Stephanie's parents, is getting some extra treats or some extra snacks or something like that, because she is getting big. But she is a fun dog, and she is a big barker, and lots and lots of energy. And when she stayed with us, there's an example. That's the standing and the sitting. So you have 2 different options there. They are sold separately, but both are on our website. And with the bone there. And again, this is the same as we talked about with the other Fold-Its. You can make banners out of these. You can make a box card out of the Corgi. All kinds of cool stuff. Regular Fold-It card, you can add it to a box. Oh, I said a box. Card front, a scrapbook page. Let me find the Corgi facts, because there are some fun videos that go with this one. You'll like this one. So, and I will switch back over here. Here we go. Surprising facts about Corgis. Let me get this switched over, because you'll like, they have cute little videos on the page that you'll be interested in. All right, that's what they do. They shake their bottoms a lot. They waddle around. So this is the Pembroke. I think Lemon is a Pembroke. Her coloring is a little bit more like that, though she does have some dark mix in there. A lot of them are born without their tails now, it says. I don't know how they naturally adapt to that, but I think a long time ago they did take their tails off, but many of them are born now without tails. It says they are great watchdogs. That is totally true. Lemon is on it. If she hears one little noise, boom, she's barking. She's running through the front door. When somebody comes home, she has to announce it to the whole house. She goes running through the house and barking until everybody comes down and welcomes whoever just came to our house. So that definitely happens. Lots of barking, lots of action. Look at this one in the swing. That's pretty funny. Corgi means dwarf dog. Yeah, and that sounds about right? With the short little legs. And there's a myth that says corgis came from, look at that corgi. That's about how much energy they have. They just go and go and go. They like to herd. They must have been used as herding dogs, right? And like Lemon will go around and she'll bump the other dogs, or she'll bump people, like with her bottom, to kind of keep them rounded up. So they are herding. And it says here, the myth says they came from fairies, and the fairies used to ride them around. Okay, I never heard of that before. Corgis have a double coat. Our Lemon looks a little bit more like the one on the right. And yeah, her tongue's hanging out like that, all crazy all the time. They come in lots of colors. That's true. I've seen all kinds of colors whenever we see these different corgis. It says they've got low maintenance hair. That Lemon does that too. See how that dog is just laying there with the tongue hanging out? That is exactly her. She they overheat and the tongue comes out. That's a chubby one. That's kind of like Lemon. And this was interesting. They share ancestry with huskies. They are most related to huskies among all the dogs. I would have never thought that. When I was a kid, I had Siberian huskies. And they were very, very nice dogs. Let me switch back over to me. The huskies were very nice dogs and friendly and lots of energy, but huskies had real legs, not like Lemon with her short little stubby legs. Carmen, I don't know. I think it might have been an HSN special that the Corgi was on. That was back in 2020, maybe 2019. Let's see. I think my YouTube's still working here. Great. So, yeah. Excuse me. Related to huskies. I thought that was unusual. Let's check out the samples I have here. And after I show you these samples, we'll move over to our little devotion, our good news segment for today. And so get your Bibles ready. Exodus 20, if you want to check that out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When I talk too much, in which for me, this is a lot of talking, I start to get an itch in my throat. So let's check out these samples that we have using these Setting Corgi fold-it dies. All right, we'll switch over here to my other camera, and I have my little stage has moved a little bit. I bumped it, I think, with the machine there. There we go. All right, here we go. A combination of our Corgi being used with, it doesn't tell. I think this is our heart fold-it. So the Corgi's the fold-it, and then the heart decorative, I think is a vine heart, is something like that combination. It doesn't say on the card. And let's see, this one I think we saw on the website. So, and again, you can have all kinds of different colors with Corgis because excuse me, except for like pink and blue and that kind of stuff, I have seen all kinds of colors. Any dog colors I think will work just fine for Corgi. I miss you. And again, these are all just regular fold-its. Happy birthday. So you can have a birthday Corgi. And remember, with our fold-its, you can do it on the side, or are any of these on the top? Or your fold can be on the top. So you have different options there, however you want to style your card. This is on the side, this one's on the top. And then our last one, this is paired with our mug fold-it. And it just says, hey, how would you say it? I know it's supposed to be, hey, gorgeous, hey, Corgis, I guess. And Corgi, what is that? Corgulations, like congratulations. Oh boy. And that is our mug fold-it along with the Corgi fold-it. Again, I couldn't figure out the exact date on that, but I believe it made it to the Stamps of Life website in 2020, my guess. Because it was with these other dies and they were all in the 2020s. All right, we are going to move on. I can move that out of there. Again, I'm Ken at the Stamps of Life. Thank you for joining me. We do a little devotion each time. We are going through Exodus 20, and we are looking at the 10 Commandments. We've gone through the first 3. We're on the 4th commandment. The first one was that we are to love God and put him first. And then our second one was to, we're not to have idols. And we talked about how that could just be certain things in our life that kind of dominate our lives and make it to where God is not our top priority. So we talked about that. And then last week we did the not taking God's name in vain. So it's just important that we don't misuse God's name or Jesus' name in general. And then the focus was also that, hey, if we are saying we're following Jesus, do we live that out? Is there evidence in our life? So that was kind of a quick summary of the first 3. Today we are on I can pull up the verses here. Hang on. There's a few verses, and we'll read that together. So if you have your Bible, we are in Genesis 20. I don't think I can pull my little square up on this now. That won't work. So it says, remember the Sabbath day to, let me open my Bible. I'm reading it off the screen, but I like to read really from the Bible. Exodus 20, starting with verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And it says, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, nor your sons, nor your daughters, nor your male servant, nor your female servants, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. And he rested the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day, and he hallowed it. Great passage. And there is a lot there. A few things I want to talk about. Let me get back over to that. I'll switch that off. Few things that are important to know. We talked about last week how none of us is able. Oh, Grandelia, before I miss that, Grandelia, our next store day will probably not be until July. I saw that question. I didn't want to see that. Polly, the mouse, I thought had disappeared, but I came back this Monday and there was some evidence. So we're still working on that. All right, back to our study. This is the more important, but I saw a couple questions that I wanted to answer before we moved on. So the Sabbath. This is one of God's commandments we've talked about. None of us is able to keep all of God's commandments. But at the same time, these are things that are good for us and things we want to strive to do and have added to our lives. As we're wanting to follow God, we wanted to serve him. We want to do the things that he says are good for us. Now with the Sabbath, it's not mentioned in the New Testament as something we're commanded to do. That being said, a lot of the people in the New Testament were Jewish and they did observe the Sabbath. And I think it would be wise for us to observe a Sabbath once a week. If you go back to Genesis, in Genesis 2, after God created everything, it says he worked 6 days and on the 7th day he rested. That was quoted there. Did God need to rest? No. He could work and continue, right? But he's setting a pattern for us. 6 days he worked, the 7th day he rested. Well, when they received this law, nobody did this. This was not a practice. It's not like it is nowadays where we think, hey, we have the weekend off, we'll take a couple days of rest. No. Back in these times, in the Bible times, everybody worked every day, all the time. Well, God said he wanted his people to be different. And so one of the signs that this covenant, this agreement between God and the people of Israel was that they would take 1 day a week and observe it just to rest. And that was God's commandment for them. Again, in the New Testament, it's not a command for us, but I think it's wise for us to follow. So you'd work 6 days, you would get a day of rest. What can you do on your day of rest? You can go to church. You can just do something fun that you enjoy. You can just rest and do nothing. You can go out in nature, go for a walk with somebody. It's just a time for us to rest, get rejuvenated, because we know the next 6 days, right, are going to be a challenge for us. So when we get that rest, we're getting recharged for the next 6 days that are coming up. Obviously, that's wise, right? You know how we can get burnt out We can get overloaded. Life can just put a lot of pressure on us, and life can be difficult, right? It's wise to take a Sabbath. What day of the week is the Sabbath? It could be any day that you want it to be. Can you just begin to set a pattern where you have your 6 days and you take a day of rest? It would be to your benefit, right? And it should be fun. For me, I usually try not to work on like Friday afternoon through most of Saturday. So I'm trying to practice that. Sometimes I'm good at it. Every once in a while I do a little bit of work on there, but I'm trying to train myself to do less and less. And it's a challenge for me because I want to keep going. I want to make sure I keep caught up on everything. But here's the key about the Sabbath, right? It's us learning to trust God, right? I don't have to be on 7 days a week. I don't have to be working 7 days a week. I don't have to be doing. I don't have to be worried. I don't have to. What is the point of the Sabbath? We've got to learn to trust God. Well, Jesus commented a little bit on the Sabbath. If you were to go to Mark chapter 2 in the New Testament, they were challenging Jesus about the Sabbath. Now, there were these guys, the religious leaders called the Pharisees. They were very legalistic, and their idea of the Sabbath was you couldn't do anything. You couldn't carry anything around. You could only walk a certain distance. You couldn't shop. You weren't supposed to cook. It was very, very legalistic. Well, the problem was with that is the Sabbath was no longer becoming a day of rest, but it was becoming a burden for the people. And God doesn't want the Sabbath to be a burden for us. He's not trying to make life more difficult for us, right? He's trying to get us to just rest and slow down. Sounds good, right? Well, when they came to Jesus in Mark chapter 2, I bookmark this, but I think I moved my bookmark. Where do we go? Here we go. Mark chapter 2, right at the end, these Pharisees came in and they challenged Jesus. They said, hey, your disciples are not following the Sabbath. What's the deal? And so Jesus said to them, so they were like nitpicking small things, wanting to say, hey, Jesus, you're not following the law of God. But Jesus responded to them. So after they came to this and they said, hey, why don't your disciples follow the Sabbath? He said, Jesus, this is now Jesus in verse 27. And Jesus said to them, so this is again after he's challenged, the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath, right? So there is the key. The Sabbath, God didn't instill the Sabbath as one of his 10 commandments as something that was to be a burden for us, but it is to be for our benefit. So the Sabbath is for us. It's a chance for us to rest, slow down. And the biggest key, I think, is that we just have to learn that we can trust God, right? If I take a day off, can I trust that God's going to provide for me and my family, that all my bills will be paid, that I'll have food to eat, I'll have clothes to wear? I think that is a wise thing to do, right? That would be for our benefit. We are learning by not working every day, by taking that break, by taking that rest, that we can just totally depend on God. And should we still go work? Should we still make wise choices? Should we still prepare for the future? All those kind of things? Absolutely, right? But can we just slow down for one day of the week and say, God, I'm going to honor you. Maybe I'm going to take a nap, an extra nap. Maybe I'm going to read my Bible a little bit more. Maybe I'm going to sing some songs to Jesus. Maybe I'm just going to pray a little bit more. Maybe I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to go to a baseball game, or I'm going to watch some kids' sports. It's just a matter of changing and getting away from the pressure of life and just trusting that God will take care of us. We don't have to be working 7 days a week. We don't have to be going, and just slow down, trust God. He's going to take care of it. He's faithful, right? So this is an excellent way for us to just get in that habit of trusting God a little bit more. So I hope that helps some of you guys and that speaks to you. Again, the Sabbath is not to be a burden, but it's a benefit to us. I really think that a Sabbath would be beneficial to all of us. So see if you can start to put that in practice. Again, it can be any day of the week. Maybe it'll be a challenge for you to adjust a little bit, because we are just kind of, in our society, we're kind of just, we have to get more, we have to keep going. But God says, no, don't do that. And we know it's true that if we can just slow down every once in a while, take a breath, just relax, it's going to be for our benefit too, right? Okay, that is it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks so much for joining me. I cut it down like about 5 minutes today, so I made a little bit of progress. And if we wouldn't have had our little temporary shutdown there of our stream going out, I might have been closer to 1 hour. So that is good. Good. We're making a little bit of progress. I will see you on Thursday night for Stephanie's Crafting Corner. That will be a fun time. I hope all of you will join us. If you, I know like on this, I don't normally see if you guys have any prayer requests. If you ever have prayer requests, could you add them to the comments? Because I will see those. I go back to these videos and I watch for comments. Sometime I answer you guys. But if I see prayers, I will definitely write you down on our prayer list. So if you need prayer for anything, you can add that into our comment section. I'll go back in and write that down, and you'll get prayed for. And then what else? You can also see us Thursday. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you want to get updates from us. It notifies you when you get a new video comes out, when we go live. You want to become a subscriber. So if you see that little button down on the right on your screen where there's a little Stamps of Life logo, click that and subscribe. And then you can get notifications when the Stamps of Life go live, when I go live, which is only like once a week. But Stephanie, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, you can catch up with her. And I'll also tell you when new videos get posted and all that stuff. So that's a way to stay in touch with us. Then if you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, we're on all of those places. And then again, check out the website anytime. All these items are on there, all the ideas. This video will be recorded and you'll be able to go back and watch it again if there's something you missed. Maybe it's from the Bible section. You want to go back and find that verse we talked about. That'll be in there. All the ideas, all that fun stuff. So, all right. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me. I appreciate your support. Thanks for hanging in there with our little bit of a technical challenge. It wasn't too big of a deal, but I love having all of you here, and it's fun to spend Tuesdays with you. God bless each and every one of you. I will see you Thursday night. Let me get this is the one thing I haven't quite got down yet. I got to get my sign-offs down here, and I can't do that. So give me 1 second before I say bye. I'm going to turn that off and switch that over. Okay, good so far. And whoop, almost. Let's see. Switcher. Nope. Okay, that is it. Have a great day. Goodbye from the Stamps of Life. Hope you had fun on Take Two Tuesday. I will see you next week or Thursday night. Bye-bye. And God bless you. Take care.